Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I'd appreciate it. Hey, let's do a random ranking. Let's go to my movie collection. Had a tough time saying that. My movie collection behind me, and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking some movies. Okay, look at this. I can just sort of walk around now. So if this is your first time here, you'll know that it wasn't always like this. This is somewhat new over here. So let's see. Maybe I'll pick something. Maybe, I don't know, where should I go? Let's go down low. What is this movie? Picking it, if I can. Got one. And then maybe, let's go down low on all of these. All of these are low-hanging fruit, low-hanging films. All of these come from the bottom row. Let's make sure I've seen them. If I haven't seen the movie, we must replace it with one that I have, because how am I supposed to rank it? What the heck? This is weird. Did I just rank this? I feel like I did. I just ranked this one. Okay, so I just pulled out Taps. I don't know how that happened because I literally just ranked it. I remember I just ranked it because I just watched it. And then I was like, how did I pick this out when I just watched it? So let's pull something out, something else out. But maybe we'll just pick whatever this is. Okay, so Taps is out. But what has jumped in is Ex Machina. Ex Machina. Yeah, I really like this movie. I remember when it came out being really impressed with the visual effects. Actually, I'm pretty sure the visual effects won an Oscar, which is really cool because this movie's like pretty low budget. And I think that's great because sometimes it's, the bigger films with huge budgets that will win visual effects. And I think it's great that a smaller film did. And you know what? They were probably putting more, I guess maybe given more time to work on the effects, to where a lot of these bigger budget movies, I know they're really putting a lot of pressure on the artists, and they aren't able to complete them the way that they would hope to. Where this, very impressive. And I mean, it's been a couple years since I've rewatched it, but if I recall correctly, they hold up. I guess I don't know if they hold up to today, but I feel like when you compare it to a lot of the stuff we're seeing in the bigger films, it probably does hold up, and it's probably better. Again, because my guess is they had more time to work on them versus the larger films where it's all very rushed and they're not quite given the time needed to create the effects that are needed for the movie. But yeah, this is good, and it's asking a lot of cool questions about AI and ethics with AI and things like that. So great movie here, really like it. Next we have a signed copy of Michael Clayton. That's right, I had the chance to meet Tilda Swinton, and that's her, excuse me, her signature right there. Meeting her was fantastic. I loved it. She spent time with me, which was really cool. And I think my handlebar mustache helped because, there are a few people gathered around Tilda, and then she zeroed in on me and then called her lover over to look at my mustache, and then I think she touched it, and then I performed an artwork on her, one of her pieces, performance pieces that she does. I did it on her, and she was just totally cool with it, and it was just awesome. Yeah, I loved meeting Tilda Swinton. Out of every celebrity I've met, that one was one of the coolest experiences, because she gave me extra time. It was so cool. You think you're just gonna get a hi, hello, see ya sort of thing, but she wanted to hang out. And my other examples of that would be maybe Andrew WK and Richard Linklater. That one was another one. Like, he was just ready to hang out. He was asking me questions about my life. And I was like, what? This is amazing. You know, I was just like trying to say hi, shake his hand, maybe get a picture. And then I think it was it my handlebar? No, I went like this in the picture. And then he was like, then we started talking about, you know, like, cause he's from Texas and he was talking about like Longhorns and metal at the same time, you know, School of Rock type stuff. And he'd never seen my DVD case. I had him sign my School of Rock, and he had never seen the version that I had. And I was like, I picked it up at a at a Michael's craft store. So I don't know. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, Michael Clayton. I've never actually really been into this movie, but I feel like I'm just like too immature for it. I'm just here to have fun. And I feel like my mind is set on pop culture stuff, and every time I watch this, like my mind wanders. So I have a tough time absorbing this movie, but at the same time, Tilda Swinton is in it. She won an Oscar for it. I got to meet her, and she signed this, and I just love so much that she's signed it. And one of the greatest experiences, we danced. The dancing wasn't with just me though. I met her at a festival, and then she like led a dance with everybody and like walked up and down the aisles, and it was so fun. But yeah, it was one of the greatest celebrity meetings I've ever had. And we didn't watch Michael Clayton. We were actually watching another movie that she has called Julia. I think it's called Julia, and it was very good. But this movie makes me think of that encounter because she signed it. Next, we have Elizabeth, the Golden Age. Okay, so the original Elizabeth, the first one, this is a sequel. The first Elizabeth is one of my, I think it's the movie that got me into the royal family. I think. Like the royals, the British monarchs anyway, got me into the British monarchs. And then there's the movie The Queen that like really got me into it. But this movie maybe got me into costume dramas. Maybe that's what, well, not this one, but the original one got me into costume dramas. Got me into Cate Blanchett. I mean, the original one just like did a lot for me. And my mom loves it. It's one of her favorite movies as well. And my mom doesn't have a lot of favorite movies. She loves that movie. She loves The Breakfast Club. And I think she likes action movies too. She likes Jason Statham. But yeah, this movie, it's not as good as the original, but I really would like to see Cate Blanchett continue doing roles as Queen E1. I think that would be really cool if she did it like throughout. So I don't know who's in charge of these. Universal, get back with Cate Blanchett and make more stories about Queen Elizabeth I. I think that would be great, just for her to just keep doing it. Continue making movies about her. Different points in history. I think it would be awesome. This one I remember like had a bit of like CGI in it with Clive Owen. Like I think he's on a boat or something, and I was just like, I don't know. This doesn't. You could just kind of tell it didn't feel natural. You get to see her in the armor, which is cool. You know, that's famous story where she went out to battle in armor while Queen. You know, I don't think she did any fighting historically. And in the movie, I don't even think she does. But, you know, just being there, present with the armor on, was cool. But, oh, actually, I think this is the scene right here. Clive Owen looking the background looking a little fake right there. But anyway, great movie. Actually, this one's a good movie. The first one's a great movie. So how are we gonna rank them? You know, this is kind of tough because I love British monarchs and the stories about them, but because I can clearly see that and tell and I believe that this movie's not as good as the first one, I will dock it a point. And I'm going to go ahead and put Ex Machina ahead of it. And Michael Clayton, unfortunately, even though I have those great memories attached to meeting Tilda Swinton when she signed by Michael Clayton, the movie itself doesn't do much for me. So maybe I should watch it now that, I'm in my late 30s. Maybe I'd understand it a little bit better or something. But it's just a tough one for me. I'm just like, I'm ready to snooze. I feel like it's just all over my head or something. But anyway, Ex Machina, I'm going to put it number one. Then Elizabeth the Golden Age. If it was the first Elizabeth, it would be number one. But Elizabeth the Golden Age goes number two. And then we got Michael Clayton right there in the third spot. So one more time, Ex Machina, Elizabeth the Golden Age, then Michael Clayton. But my question to you is, have you seen these movies? These three right here, and if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.